Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Talking Games with Kellie and Andrew. I'm Andrew.
I'm Kellie.
I don't know what this was a good opening. I don't know what that was, but I liked it.
Me too. I'm just carrying your energy.
We'll just carry each other. I carry you, you carry me,
Yes.
and then it's like we don't have to carry anything because we're both being carried.
Right. That makes sense. I think that would work.
Yeah. Why haven't scientists figured that out?
They just don't think about this stuff like we do.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
guess we have like a very special brain, like a gamer brain. We bring a
Right.
gamer perspective to the table that those scientists just don't have.
They just don't have that. They
Well-
want what we have.
Really, truly, you're definitely right. Are you excited for your expedition into the desert, Kellie?
Sure, yeah. Let's say that I am. I am excited for my expedition into the desert.
Okay, you heard it here first. Let's try that again, folks. You heard it here first. Kellie is excited for her expedition into the desert.
Yeah, it should be really enlightening.
Are you going like into the heart of the desert where there's nothing to just like meditate?
Yeah, I'm going to go on a spiritual journey and come back a whole new person.
Oh. But will you have some new video game insights, or is it going to be...
Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps I will. It remains to be seen.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
I guess we will.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Talking Games with... No, I'm looking forward to hearing about it. For those who, just as the audience knows, we're recording this a couple days early. So if some wild video game news happens on Sunday or Monday before release of this episode, and you're like, wow, these idiots didn't talk about it, that's why. Because Kellie has to expedite herself into the desert.
Yeah, this is Talking Games Weekend Edition.
Yeah, I mean, it'll still launch on Tuesday. So for you, it will not feel special. For you,
Right.
it'll feel like just another Tuesday with Kellie and Andrew. But
But it's special for us.
yes. So what?
So take that.
Wow, this podcast was about to have to. I was about to have to check the explicit box on the upload.
I don't know what came over me. I didn't mean that.
You were angry.
I know. I don't know what's going on in my heart.
It's a weekend.
That's true. I do get really angry on the weekends because I'm like, oh, I just wish I could be working right now. I hate relaxing.
Well, speaking of companies that love working and hate relaxing, Kellie, do you want to talk about the first news story?
Yes. So maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we talked about the Grand Theft Auto remaster. So it's going to be called it's going to be called Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the definitive edition. It's going to be coming this year to all platforms and PC. Next year to mobile, and it's basically just like a nice shiny coat of paint. They don't want to change any of the gameplay stuff. They just want to change the visuals so it's more aesthetically pleasing to look at, and so that these 3 games are easier to play on modern systems, because as it stands right now, it can be a little bit difficult. So, that's pretty cool.
Well, first of all, that's too many thes in the title.
That is a lot of those.
You said-
I will say,
Yeah.
I just want to add that the trilogy is going to be, let's see, it's Grand Theft Auto 3, it's Vice City, and it's San Andreas.
Yeah.
So, just to be clear, I'm sure we talked about that, but for anyone who hasn't,
That's
seen.
a fair thing. I'm mixed on it because the fact that they announced that it's coming to mobile next year makes
that's weird.
It makes me think that this won't be a good upgrade. Like, it's probably just going to be I don't know what they're going to change. I don't know what they could change to run it on mobile phones, Like PS2 games could probably run on mobile phones. Slightly upscale them, probably could still run on mobile phones. But if you start doing much more to them, they're not going to be able to. So, I don't know. Are they going to have like a scalable version? Like some Fortnite crap here?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's something along those lines, just because it's going to be like a whole extra year before we get that. So I'm sure that they're working it in such a way that it looks relatively okay on mobile phones.
Yeah.
I really don't understand that though. I don't know why I need to be playing Grand Theft Auto 3 on my phone when I could play it on my Switch or whatever.
It already is on phones, I think. That's what's like the most confusing part about this to me is all of these games are somewhat readily accessible. Like you can get San Andreas on PS5. You can go into the PlayStation 4 store inside the PlayStation 5 and download it for very cheap. On PC, you can get all these games from the Rockstar launcher, and they are pulling all of those versions, they said. They said when this game launches, all of those older ones are going to go away.
I'm looking on the App Store, the Apple Store, the Apple App Store, the iOS Store. 3, Vice City, and San Andreas are all available for purchase.
How much are they?
I think San Andreas was $6.99 and the other two are $4.99.
So if this collection is any more than $17, I'm gonna think this is all money grabbing. Yeah, I don't think Rockstar's gonna release a collection for under $17.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
It feels weird because I bet the majority of their sales come from San Andreas still. So maybe they're just like, you know what, guys, let's think of a way to boost sales. We'll call it a remaster. We'll call it, the definitive edition.
Yeah.
I'm weary here. And I'm also confused why they announced it, finally. And there's no footage.
Yeah.
It's like it's October and it's out this year. Hello?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'd be interested to see the difference between the definitive edition and what's already on the App Store.
Yeah. The two things I'm most curious to see, I'll say 3 things, is the PlayStation 5 and Series X versions, the Switch version, and the mobile version. Because I want to compare those 3 things to each other more than I care to compare them to the original games.
Yeah. That's true. The Switch is a very different machine than the PlayStation 5 and the Series X.
You could fit like 12 Switches in your PS5, so physically, not even like software or hardware wise. Literally, you could fit many Switches inside your PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
We should try that.
Let's try that. Let's be the first to do it, and then we'll like revolutionize the industry.
Yes, because, then your PS5 will be portable.
Right.
Yeah. I guess we could put the Switch in the hard drive slot inside and use it as an external hard drive.
Yeah, for storage.
Yeah, because the Switch has a whopping 32 gigabytes of non-SSD storage. Like, that's helpful.
I remember when I first bought my Switch, I had Breath of the Wild on cartridge, and I plugged it in and I was like, woo! And then I like bought something and I downloaded it and I was like, woo! And then I bought another game and I tried to download it and it was like, I don't think so, sweetie. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I only have 2 games on here. And it was like, no, sorry. So that's really great for the Switch. That's really great for it.
Yeah, that OLED model has 64.
Ooh, wow, you can get 3 games.
Kelly, are you buying that OLED now that it's out in the wild? Are you gonna go get one?
Maybe, and maybe I don't know. I've never been like, let me buy the new console. I just wait until the next generation comes out. Except for the Xbox 360, because I had a first edition white Xbox 360, and those were like notorious for the red ring of death. So we had to buy the Connect one, the black Connect one, and we got to connect with it. But yeah, I've never bought a console that was like, this is the new version of this console. I always just go with like the OG, which, might not be the best, but
I mean, the OLED isn't that. It would specifically be nice for your expedition into the desert since it has a really nice portable screen. But at home, you're primarily a television player, right?
Yeah. That reminds me, I have to pack my Switch because I forgot my last trip.
You forgot your Switch on your last trip to the desert?
Yeah, well, the issue is that I didn't really have any avenue to charge it. So I could
Mm,
really probably only play it for the trip there, not the trip home. I could bring the whole kit and caboodle, but that's just like another thing that I have to like take out during the security check through, and that would just I don't want to be that person that's like, here, look at this, here, look at this. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'll bring it this time and you know enjoy my ride there and not enjoy my ride home. But the
Sad.
flight, well, I don't want to give like so much detail, but the flight that I'm flying on this time, there's TVs, so I can actually watch stuff. So that's kind of nice.
Oh, okay. I feel like you're allowed to give details. Just don't say what hotel you're staying in and you're fine. There's a
Right.
lot of desert in the world.
That's true. That's true. I think people probably know the specific desert that I'm flying to, though. But that's okay. Just don't do anything scary.
Yeah, don't go to the desert. Unless it's a different desert, in which case go for it, I guess.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Bring your Switch. Go play Switch in the desert. Go bring your Switch OLED model and play some Metroid Dread.
Oh.
Oh, Metroid Dread came out as of time of recording yesterday.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's October 9th.
9th. Yeah. I can't believe it. There's a new Metroid game after, what, 18, 19 years?
Yeah, that's less believable than it being October 9th.
Than it being like a Saturday at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Much bigger review coming next week. I'm hoping to finish the game before our next episode, but early impressions? Yes.
Yes. Positive.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Good.
Very positive. So hopefully we
good.
keep that train rolling. Tune in next week. You'll find out. That's not the end of the
Ooh.
episode. That almost sounds like I was closing the episode after one story. No, but we have more news. Sega announced that they are restructuring the studio Rio. Okay, listen. This one always gets me. And I don't know why. Ryagagotoku. Ryagagotoku.
Got it.
Ryagagotoku. It always gets me. There's just a lot of. That's a lot
Yeah.
of vowels right in a row.
There's a lot of like
Oh,
oh.
Oh, it's oh, ooh.
Oh, a lot of vowels. Yeah, you were right.
Go to go. There's not a. It's not go. If it was go, that'd be easy. Anyway, that studio RGG is the studio that creates Yakuza. They're headed up by Toshiori Nagoshi, who we talked about probably about a month ago now. It was confirmed that he is indeed departing the company. So this was bad news when we first discussed it. We didn't like the concept of a big Chinese conglomerate company just like sniping and taking a bunch of big head developers. But he has a massive team under him. Him not directing the next game in the series is not a huge deal. I'm sure all of his cohorts are just as talented. And they confirmed in this report that the next Yakuza game is already in development, and it will continue the story of Like a Dragon, which is called 7 in Japan. So that's not surprising. The character from that game was very popular. I have not finished that game. Interestingly enough, I have been playing it this week. Been making some hardy progress, so hopefully I'll be able to review that on the show soon. But this was I guess this news was kind of predictable because that report was pretty definitive about what was happening. But now that we know the full restructure, and you can look into this more if you're super into RGG, because like they announced basically like who was in every seat of the home now, versus just saying like, oh, Toshio Nagoshi left and this guy's replacing him. They're like, and then this is who replaced him, and then this is who replaced them, and then this is who replaced them. It's just this whole chain. So if you're super into RGG, go read. Also, why didn't I just say RGG from the start? It's really easy.
Well, you have to give the full name and then the acronym.
Yeah. Ria ga go toku.
You got it.
I got it.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. So, speaking of names.
Oh. Good one.
Yeah. EA, everybody's favorite company, is going to be renaming the FIFA franchise soon. FIFA is the soccer game section of EA Sports, which is their sports game section.
Thank you. I appreciate that clarification.
Of course, EA Sports, it's in the game. You already know. I feel like this is weird. I feel like FIFA's such recognizable branding. I'm sort of shocked and surprised that they're doing this. They're likely to do this.
But they said that. It's not some report. EA
right.
said
It's
that.
not just like some dude on the street that's like, hey, just saying EA is going to change the name soon. It was like EA. They were like, yeah, we're probably going to change it soon.
I think it's just weird because, like, PES, Konami's really popular soccer game, just did that. And
right. I remember us talking about it.
And they released eFootball on recently for free. And it's getting, like, absolutely decimated, just panned beyond belief. Everybody thinks it's the worst thing in the world. And it has one of the most overwhelmingly negative review scores on Steam right now of any game on Steam.
Wow.
And obviously this is a very different cup of tea. EA is a very different company than Konami. But who knows? I kind of hope that happens to them too, because EA could use a little bring them down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, and I will say that I will say that the EA Sports division, I'm not trying to dog them super hard, but the truth is that they release the same game every year with minimal changes. And it's like absurd how many bugs and glitches exist in these games. Like I don't really play sports games. That's not really my jam, but like Madden 22, it's really buggy. And that game came out months ago. So not really sure what the issue is. It just feels like they just don't put that much thought into it because they know that people are going to buy it. So like if you're like a FIFA super fan, you're still going to buy the game and you're going to complain about it because it's the same game that it was last year with a stupid story mode now. And I remember the one year they had that story mode with Mahershala Ali, and it was supposed to be like super exciting and good. You didn't hear anything about it because nobody's playing a sports game and is like, I want to play the story mode. Like I really care about the down on his luck at college athlete who rises through the ranks and becomes like the all-star. It's like, who cares, dude? I just want to throw the football. I just want to kick the football. You know what I mean? I don't know. So maybe this will happen and people aren't going to care because it's not called FIFA anymore, and then EA Sports will get kicked in the pants. That's my hope.
Woof.
Yeah.
Bark, bark.
Exactly.
That's Kelly dogging on EA. I
did dog on them.
I mean,
I've given EA so much money. The amount of times I've bought their RPGs, the same RPGs again and again and again. So I think I deserve to be a little bit more critical.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, they're not doing anything great. And like you said, like that single player campaign stuff is like all they have that's unique that they're trying to go for here. And the crossover between single player campaign players and sports game players, it's a very small cross section. Those are mostly two separate things. So it's a very confusing thing to update as opposed to the game itself.
Yep.
Also,
Agreed.
it doesn't really change the core game at all, right? So you're basically just playing the same exact game, but now they're like, oh, there's some cutscenes between games.
Yeah. And they're like, so with these cutscenes, they will have like the real athletes do the voice acting for these for their portrayals in the game. And some of them are fine. Some of them are great. Some of them are not voice actors.
Oh my god.
They're not even actors. So sometimes it's really, I hesitate to use this word, but sometimes it can be very cringy to watch these cutscenes because you're like, Oh my God! Can we please just get to the next game? I don't need Tom Brady texting me about how I'm such a great player and quarterback.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
hysterical.
I'm sorry. Madden's like my frame of reference, but
That's very, very funny.
yeah. So
That makes me want to play it.
I know it is a little bit silly, but if you look on YouTube and you look at like, especially 2K, because Madden, they don't really do like, they just use the likeness. They don't really do the voices or anything like that. But 2K, sometimes they'll have the players voice their counterparts in the game.
Oh, I think I've seen footage of that.
Yeah, it's it's pretty funny, but it kind of is annoying when you're playing the game. You're like, okay.
It's funny in a vacuum, but the second you paid money to play this game,
Yeah.
less so.
Right.
Jeez, what a bunch of gearboxes.
Yeah, that was my first thought too when yeah.
Yeah, it's a very regular insult to call people.
Right. It's actually, I didn't even know it was an insult.
Well, now you do. Oh, what are the odds? Speaking of Gearbox.
Oh my gosh.
Gearbox.
What happenstance?
That's insane. I was not just reading a sheet and decided to say the word Gearbox is an insult. I just use that every day. And there's news. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford has said that he is stepping away from his role as software president. My understanding of this is what it means is Randy Pitchford will take his hands off the wheel for game development and still collect disgustingly big paychecks.
Yeah, because he's still going to be the CEO, right?
Correct.
He's
yeah,
just
this
not.
doesn't change anything for that. And as we know,
So coming upon this news, I think I learned something about Randy Pitchford that I didn't know before. Is he some sort of magician?
I think he might be, but why do you ask?
There were like a lot of like all the press pictures were of him with like cards, and he was like doing all sorts of weird things with his card. Like that sounds wrong. It just I thought maybe, okay, Randy Pitchford's a magician. And he's stepping down to focus on his magic.
This is so much better of a story that I really, really wish was the case.
Maybe I just saw some weird pictures on Twitter. I don't know.
I mean, I'm jealous because I just see his stupid smiling mug usually. I've never seen him be a magician until this exact moment when I Googled it. And wow.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are you seeing what I see? Are you seeing the magician pictures?
Yeah, right now I'm specifically looking at one where he's going like he's holding a card in one hand, audience, acting like he looks impressive, but his face is just so dumbfounded that he's like, Did I do it? And then other ones with like a swoosh of cards in front of his face.
He's so scary.
I don't like him. I think he's a big old liar. He likes to go on press things and say things that are false.
I'm going to look up Randy Pitchford, magician.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at that set of photographs.
Oh, yeah, he was a professional magician.
What? Was? How did he move from professional magician to video game CEO?
Oh my God. His father worked at the CIA?
Wow. All right, this episode's pivoting into the Randy Pitchford hour.
Wow. He's a member of the Magic Castle in Los Angeles. He is a magician. That's wild.
Isn't the Magic Castle... I can't talk today. Isn't the Magic Castle the one from Arrested Development? Take Us Seriously?
I don't know. The one that Jove is a part of?
Yeah, it's this line of stupid magicians holding a big sign that says, "We demand to be taken seriously."
I don't know if they would use it. I don't know if they would use a real... Hold on. Let me see if there's references.
I know what the thumbnail's going to be this week. It's Job holding a "We demand to be taken seriously" sign with Randy Pitchford's face on him.
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, well, that's still going to be the thumbnail.
It was probably some like parody of the
That exact thing.
magic. Yeah.
I really like the idea that like in that was a real photograph that they put Will Arnett into it, but everything else was real.
Right.
And Randy Pitchford was in it in the background. A young Randy Pitchford.
Yes. So
I like forgot the story. I just know we were making fun of Randy Pitchford, and this has been great.
well, he's still there, so I feel like this is kind of a non-story.
Yeah,
I mean, not a non-story. Like, I think it's important to talk about, but it's like
it's just a guy who's already kind of gross stepping away to just, just collect a paycheck. We all know what they do. So he can
do magic.
Focus on his magic. Like we're making jokes, but that's probably why he did this.
I'm sorry.
We need a laugh break.
I can't. Okay.
I have the image on my screen still.
Don't look at it.
I should probably just close it.
Just close it. He will tempt you.
Okay. All right. Bye, Randy. Okay, I closed the image of him with the card.
Bye, Randy. Bye, Randy.
Got him.
Got him. So, Pokemon is teaming up with Universal Studios.
Nice.
To bring Pokemon content to their parks. So there's Universal Orlando. There's Universal in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much coincide with every Disney park, as far as I know. So
Tokyo.
Yep. So that's pretty cool.
I think
I would like to
cool.
go on a Pokemon themed roller coaster.
I mean, Universal's also the one with the Nintendo Land, and it really does prove that as much as people associate Nintendo and Pokemon with each other, they're pretty separate entities.
Right. Pokemon is just like a massive property. I mean, so is Mario, but when you think Mario, you also think like Donkey Kong and Luigi and Wario. When you think Pokemon, it's like Pokemon. You know what I mean?
I mean, recently I looked at the statistics, and I believe Mario, Donkey Kong, and Zelda, if you combined their net worth, is less than Pokemon.
It makes sense. Pokemon, I mean,
huge.
It's huge. It has the trading card scene, which is big. It's got competitive, which is big. People play Pokemon and they don't play other Nintendo games. Pokemon could be the only Nintendo game that a person plays, but they probably would still play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Like most people who play Mario also play Pokemon. Everybody who plays Pokemon does not play Mario, you know?
Right.
So I really made the face that's on your shirt when I heard this news.
I have a surprised Pikachu sweatshirt.
I just
like
saw it.
Meme.
He was hidden behind Kelly's microphone, and then Kelly shifted her body, and it was revealed. And I was like, he's been here the whole time.
It's a very comfortable sweatshirt, so I'm having a cozy day today.
That makes sense. Are you excited to go to this park? Well, it sounds like it's not going to be a Pokemon park as much as just Pokemon stuff in the already established parks.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I mean, yeah. I haven't been to Disney in a long time, I've never been to Universal.
Oh.
So I have family that lives down in Florida. So if this also opens at Universal Orlando, I would probably go and visit and go to Disney and Universal, even though that is really expensive. That is money I'm willing to spend.
Well, hopefully, I mean, it'll be like 2026 by the time Mario World and Pokemon stuff is there. So you got a couple years to save up.
That's true. I don't really care about buying a house. I want to go to Mario World.
I want to see Big Yoshi.
I want to meet Big Yoshi.
Big Yosh.
Big Yosh.
Oh, you know that meme, right? The big Yosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be in the thumbnail too. There's too many things I want to put in the thumbnail this week.
I know there's been lots going on.
Yeah. So Pokemon wanted to level our heads after that exciting news and let us know that Pokemon Legends is not actually open world. It instead features multiple open areas. I think they should have kept their mouths shut on this.
They should have just stayed quiet and ate their food.
Because if it's similar to Pokemon Sword and Shield post DLC in scale, because Pokemon DLC added 2 wild areas, which were like the open segments, and with those additions, people were like, "Yeah, this is a good game. This is what the game should have been. It was way more full." Because the wild area, for most people, including myself, was like the best part of Sword and Shield. It was exploring that. If it's like 3 wild areas or whatever, with one shared, like you go to the town at the end and then that takes you to the other wild areas, that's fine. I don't need it to be perfectly interconnected. I would like it to be, but I don't need it to be like Breath of the Wild levels of interconnected. I'd be okay if you had to leave one open world area to go to another.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like that's what it will be. They've done it once, they'll do it again. Plus, when we saw that trailer last week, it looked like there were little towns and stuff that were interspersed rather than just being like the wild world. So I have no problem with it being like a big open area and then you get to a little town and it's like a separate area and then you leave the town and it's another big open area. I think it's probably going to be that. I think you're right. They should have been quiet because I think a lot of people will be turned away or turned off by this news.
It's just terms, you know?
But yeah, exactly. I think, we'll see. We'll see what it ends up being, but I'm still pretty optimistic about it.
Yeah, the thing is like those open areas look open and fun and interesting. So I don't need them to be I don't need it to be like a massive interconnected world if all of the spaces are interesting to explore.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as there's a justification for like using the Pokemon as transportation. Like I don't want it to feel pointless if I jump on the Braviary and only fly for like a second because I don't really need to get that far.
Yeah, that's my only real concern with that news.
But we'll see. Hopefully they learned their lesson from Sword and Shield. Sorry, my cat just walked in my room. My Pokemon cat.
Wait, is your cat a Pokemon or do you have a Pokemon named Cat?
She is a Pokemon and a cat, and her name is Cat.
What kind of Pokemon is she?
She's a Skitty. Not a Delcatty. A Skitty.
Only Skitty.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
Oh,
she's looking out
the window. She's looking to explore.
Oh, geez, I shouldn't have done this. Okay. Disaster averted. Okay.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. So, some more Nintendo news. An Animal Crossing Direct was announced for October 15th, which at the time of listening is Friday. I'm very excited because it's supposed to be 20 minutes of new information, and we already found out about Brewster. So, what more is coming?
20 minutes is pretty long.
That's a sizable chunk, especially for Animal Crossing. I feel like that's kind of a big deal. So, I'm excited for this. I will be tuning in at 10 a.m. at my job. Just kidding. Don't tell my boss I said that. Actually, well, okay, never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
You're attacking a lot of asterisks on that one.
Yeah. I'm excited to learn about everything at 5 p.m. after I'm done with my workday.
Yeah. Because you don't even check Twitter on lunch or when you leave for bathroom breaks. Nope. I'm just very excited by this because they have a huge opportunity here to bring in people who have left the game, which is the majority of people, For me, it's, this is kind of their last chance. And it seems like they have a lot ready. Because it's not just some Twitter drop of like a little bit of information. It's a direct. And we know Brewster's there, which is big for me. But like, we need other stuff. I wouldn't come back just for Brewster.
I might.
That's fair.
I love Brewster.
He's awesome. I might turn it on for him. But like, there's a big difference between turning the game on and being like, oh, it's Brewster, and talking to him like twice and then turning the game off again, and actually committing to coming back to the game.
Yeah, that's true. We shall see. I'm also very excited. I hope they bring back Gracie, the giraffe. And I hope they bring back, let's see, who else? I don't know. Because they brought back Leaf, and I love Leaf. So
I want Tortimer.
Oh, yeah, duh. Tortimer or Rossetti?
Yeah.
Or his brother, whose name I can't remember.
Rossetti.
Rossetti's brother.
I mean,
Rossetti.
Isn't it like Tom Rossetti and Bill Rossetti?
No, because it's Tom Nook.
Isn't
so
it like
there wouldn't be two Toms.
Timmy Rossetti?
You know who I want them to bring back is the Pelicans. Pelly and Phyllis and what was his name? Peter? No, it was not Peter. Hold on. Can you hear my really loud keyboard? Pete. It was Pete.
Okay.
Pete. Not Peter. Pete.
Pete. Well, those are all your predictions and hopes.
Those are my hopes. I hope to see it.
Yeah, it's really cool that on an episode of this podcast you're making some Nintendo predictions and about a presentation that Nintendo's doing.
Yeah.
And it'd be crazy if any of those happened. It'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
It would be pretty crazy.
If either of us, really, if that happened on the show in any context where we said that we wanted something and then merely one day later it happened, that'd be crazy.
It would be pretty crazy. I don't think that's going to ever happen, or I don't think that has ever happened.
Kelly!
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Have you heard of the video game Super Smash Brothers?
I have.
Ultimate?
I have.
It's available on Nintendo Switch systems for those who do not know. They have been releasing downloadable content in the form of new characters since its release in December of 2018.
Yes.
Among those characters was Sephiroth from Final Fantasy.
You may know him.
From Final Fantasy.
And or another game.
Yeah. Or Steve Minecraft. Anyway, last week we talked about this presentation. I don't know what that very scientific bit was, but I enjoyed it. I had fun.
I liked it.
But last week we talked about who we wanted in the final DLC announcement. And, we had a few ideas. I gave one that was technically not a prediction, so I'm not right. It was just my hope, and then I gave a prediction afterwards. But my hope was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And guess who got announced last week for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
Ooh.
Another Minecraft character.
Yeah.
No, they announced Sora, as I'm sure most of you saw, because it was all over the Twitter. It was big news. It was very exciting. I panicked. I was freaking out. It's very exciting. He's joining the game on October 18th. This felt very special.
Yes.
Every other reveal has been like thematic to that character. Like the Joker from Persona 5 reveal was it was like a Persona cutscene. And then Sephiroth felt very Final Fantasy VII. Like there were straight up shots from Advent Children, the movie. And then Steve Minecraft was in a cave. So
yeah, he does that though.
But this one didn't feel like that. This one felt like a celebration of Smash because it opens with the firing Smash logo, which is how the reveal of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate started. It starts with Inkling from Splatoon looking at this and the Smash logo reflecting off their eye. That's how it started. It felt like everything was coming full circle. And then Mario walks over to this little fire. Everybody's been turned to toys because the fire went out, but Mario's okay. And Mario walks over to the tiny bit of flame that's left, just puts his bare glove into the fire. Kelly she started smirking. I don't know where she thought that was going to go. Anyway, he grabs the fire, and it's a physical object, and he chucks it. And then it's a Keyblade. See a little Mickey Mouse. And Sora comes out. Sora joins the battle.
Sora is finally here.
That's what it said.
I thought that was funny.
It was very cute. I think he looks like a really nice character. I'm very excited to play him in a few days here. This is everything I've wanted. I don't think I'm allowed to ask for things anymore. Because, I wanted Bayonetta and Sora. Those were my two top picks, and then I got them.
I like his skins.
Yeah, because it's Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. It's little kid Sora. But his skins are his costumes, or I guess his outfits, I should say, from Kingdom Hearts 2, Dream Drop Distance, and 3, even though it's on, little kid Sora with his funny hair. And then the fifth outfit is it's called Timeless River. He looks like a classic Disney cartoon. He's black and white with a goofy little face.
It's cute.
I think that they did a really good job. They put a lot of work into this character. All four of the costumes actually have different renders. When you pick characters, usually it's one render and then the costume just changes colors. But for each one, he's in a different pose, which is cool. Small detail, but this was full of really cool small details that would make Kingdom Hearts fan happy. Well, it did make me happy, so.
So mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. And then, to quell any doubts of whether this character deserved to get in or not, Mr. Sakurai, the developer of the game, said that they held a poll for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U DLC to ask who people wanted. And at the time, they said Bayonetta was number one of feasible characters. And everybody was just well, so who was actually number one? And then I really didn't expect to hear anything about that because that was 2015. I never thought that was going to come full circle. But Sakurai mentioned in the presentation, he's oh yeah, so that poll we did, Sora won very much. He's but we couldn't say that because we weren't able to get the rights to him, and now we are, and we didn't want people harassing Square Enix until we figured it out.
Yeah.
And I'm wow, so even if it's not your character, it's pretty apparent that this is not some random unpopular pick.
Right.
This is what people wanted.
And there's stages. Well, stage, Hollow Bastion.
Ugh.
And some songs. Or is it Radiant Garden? I guess it's kind of both, isn't it?
It's just Hollow Bastion because it's very strictly Kingdom Hearts 1 themed. That was the whole thing. All the music is from Kingdom Hearts 1. The stage does not have any references. Okay, so correction. The Hollow Bastion part of the stage only references Kingdom Hearts 1. He has his Kingdom Hearts 1 hair at all times. His entire moveset is based on Kingdom Hearts 1. The only things that aren't from the first game are his alternate costumes, even though he's still little boy version, and the stage will transform into these big glass panes, which are these stations from the original game. And they're so cute. But those have characters from more than just Kingdom Hearts 1, including my cat. Because my cat is named after Ventus from Kingdom Hearts, who I didn't think was going to be featured in any capacity. But alas, my cat is now a background element of a stage in Smash Bros.
I think Roxas deserves justice.
What, did you want Roxas as an alt?
Yeah, I did.
But Roxas is taller than baby Sora. That's probably why they didn't do it.
Come on.
They showed in the trailer he's lighter than Isabelle from Animal Crossing.
I know. I thought that was funny.
He's so light.
I thought it was funny to see them standing there together. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
Made me chuckle.
I'm going to be chuckling a lot because like that happens with every DLC that I'm super excited for, which is like most of them, is just like putting them next to the other characters. So I'd be like, I mean, the biggest one was Minecraft Steve, because then everybody that comes after it, it's like, look, they're fighting Minecraft Steve. Sephiroth is fighting Minecraft Steve. And it never gets old.
Right.
But now we get to do that one last time with every character and Sora. So, and as a little important side note, they announced during this presentation, which I thought was weird, but fine, that all the Kingdom Hearts games are coming to Switch. Not natively, sadly. They will be cloud versions, which is... I don't like it, because the majority of those games were like PlayStation 2 games that could definitely run in HD on Switch. But I guess since those collections are already made, and they just figured making it a cloud gaming situation was better, especially because like 3 definitely couldn't run on Switch. So they have to do cloud gaming. So they're like, let's just do it with all. And you'll be able to acquire them individually or in a package titled the Kingdom Hearts Integrum Masterpiece, which is a dumb name, but very fitting.
But it's like, I mean, it's like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can play Birth by Sleep.
Mm-hmm. You could play
You don't
1,
have to...
Chain of Memories, 358 Days Over 2, 2, Birth by Sleep, Recoded,
Dream Drop Distance,
Dream Drop Distance, 0.2, Birth by Sleep, A Fragmentary Passage, Key Back Cover, and Kingdom Hearts 3. And for those who didn't know until a moment ago, the Kingdom Hearts series has dumb names. Really stupid names.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's cool. This package has existed on other platforms for a long time now. Shortly after not shortly, like a year after Kingdom Hearts 3 released, the Kingdom Hearts All-in-One package was released, which is all of those games I just stated. And I swear to goodness, I see that thing on sale on PlayStation 4 for $20 all the time. And I'm just like, that's obscene. But I don't think it'll be $20 because it'll get a Switch tax and probably be like $100.
Oh, yeah.
Because they all came out on the Epic Game Store for PC, I believe, the beginning of this year, like in March or something. And they were $40 each. So it ended up being $120.
Oh, my God.
No, it would have been $160 because there were...
Yeah.
Because Kingdom Hearts... There's... No. Wait. Sorry. Excuse me. It would be $120. Because the collections are 1.5 plus 2.5, and then 2.8, and then 3.
Yeah, not 2.5, 2.8.
Yes. And it could be 1. It could have just been Collection 1, Collection 2, and Collection 3. But why would you do that when you could do Collection 1.5 plus 2.5, Collection 2.8, and Kingdom Hearts 3?
Right. Why would you do the easy thing when you could do something that is so complicated and hard to understand that people give up?
Yes.
Trying to understand.
The only bright side is that you can go to a store, like I said, and be like, can I get Kingdom Hearts? And they're like, here's the box. It has every single game. If you put the disc in, it'll tell you what order to play in. That's helpful.
That's pretty nice.
Because like when you had to buy all of them individually, where do you start?
Right. Would you start with Birth by Sleep?
I don't recommend it. Technically, you could play it in chronological order.
But that's like...
They reference...
You don't get it.
Yeah, because Kingdom Hearts 1 does not reference any of the side materials, because the side materials very much did not exist yet. But every side material references Kingdom Hearts 1. So if you start with any of those, you'll just be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to say wait, what a lot, the whole series.
That's true. You could have all the context and still say wait, what?
Yeah, I like study this crap, and I still say wait, what every other day. So this is exciting. Good day for Kingdom Hearts fans. I'm glad that Switch fans will get to play these games, even if it is in a slightly lesser version. I think it was kind of ridiculous that there was no means of playing the series. The rhythm game was the only one that was on Switch. Everything else, nope.
Yes.
So.
And another thing announced was Doom, the Doom guy, or Doom Slayer, I guess is his real name. I thought we were just calling him Doom Guy, but okay. He will also be joining as a me costume. So, you could be Sans, you could be me, you could be
You could be Kelly.
You could be Doom Fellow. You could be, what's another one?
Dante from Devil May Cry.
Dante.
Shantae from Shantae.
Oh, yes. So finally, him and Isabel will be reunited at last.
Officially in a game together.
Finally.
That's
it was
cool.
a long time coming. Since March of 2020.
I thought it was cool because I think his viability as a character was very low. He's so violent and I don't know. They probably thought about it, but they're like, this is a Western character. The Japanese market will probably be quite disappointed and confused. So this is a really cool middle ground to acknowledge him and put him in some fashion instead of just pretending nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
And also avoiding the violence because it's just a me costume.
Right. Yeah. It's fun. It's cute.
And then last bit of news from that Smash presentation, we finally saw... Hold on to your belts, people. Grip your socks. Are they gripped?
No.
Okay, well, they're about to fly off. Steve and Alex. Amiibos. Those are the Minecraft characters.
Woo!
Yeah, and they were announced that they're coming out this spring, along with the Min Min Amiibo. I was very excited to see the Steve Amiibo, because I was like, this is going to be dumb looking, which it is. And then I got salty, because they're like, we're also releasing an Alex Amiibo. And I'm like, wait, why does Minecraft Steve get an alt costume released? Why didn't we get female Byleth? I would have bought that Amiibo 5 times. All we got is boy Byleth.
Boyleth. Yeah. I know, that was weird. I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's Minecraft. Minecraft toys sell really well, right?
But weren't they also and also keep an eye out for Pyrrha and Mithra and Sephiroth.
Yeah. Pyra, Mithra, Sephiroth, Kazuya are all confirmed to get Amiibos. They didn't confirm Sora, which makes me think there's a moderately high chance that won't happen.
My theory for that is that it would be really, really expensive just because he has that little Mickey Mouse on his Keyblade.
Yeah,
they would not be able to license that.
Yeah, which is immensely disappointing.
Yeah,
but who
knows? Who knows?
The thing that disappoints me about it is that you can buy tons of Sora merchandise everywhere, but for whatever reason, go to a store right now. I dare you, audience, go to a store and look for the Sora toys in the Target toy aisle or whatever, and their faces are all so scary. I've never seen a good Sora toy in stores. All of them are scary. And I was really hoping that this Amiibo would be the redemption of that. And then they're like, no, you don't get an Amiibo.
Ugh,
I'm like, do I have to
tragic.
I have to buy a freaking Play Arts toy, which is $112.
It's not Play Arts.
Who do you have? Garrus.
Garrus.
Do you know who made
that? Let me look it up.
Because it looks high quality.
It's okay. He's kind of broken, but he's been through a lot.
What did you do to him?
Well, he's been through 5 moves. So.
Oh, and he helps with the moving, so it's a lot for his joints.
Yeah, exactly. Big Fish Toys.
I have no idea what that is.
114 to 195
dollars.
Yeah, this is the Mass Effect 2 version because I got this right before Mass Effect 3.
Is it expensive now because it's hard to find, or was it always that expensive?
I don't remember it being that much when I bought it, for sure.
Maybe it's just rare now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would buy it from me though, because
Kelly just pulled Garrus's leg off on camera.
Oh, wrong arm. Oh.
His arm has been healed.
His arm has been healed. And he's also missing his gun. I don't know where that is, and his stand. I don't
He
know where
doesn't
that is.
need a gun. He has his words.
That's true. So
Well, soon you'll
Yeah.
get to be holding Garrus in one hand and Steve in another.
that was always my dream.
Yeah. I'm sure you can go buy a Steve toy at every store in America, but now you get to buy one that says Nintendo on it.
That's true. Oh my god.
Garrus is just
Sorry.
falling apart.
His leg just like I don't even have to touch it and it falls off. I'm sorry, Garrus.
Poor Garrus.
Poor Garrus. He's been through a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
Kelly, we've been through a lot.
That's true.
We made it through another week. We now have 20 episodes under our belts.
That's a lot.
We did it. It's episode 20. That's crazy. Kelly,
How do you feel about?
You just leaned away from the mic to just cry a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was feeling overwhelmed with emotion, and it all came out of my nose.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's
It was tears. It was tears. I was crying out of my nose.
maybe not better.
That might be worse.
Yeah, I think that's actually worse because that means like there's a flow of water coming out of your nose.
Yeah, what's the problem?
I don't
What's
know.
the
That's
issue?
pretty.
I don't get what's your beef? I don't get it.
I don't have any beef. I don't know.
Episode 20. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about it.
I'm excited too. I don't know if I'd sing that little song because that was just a little too. It was very you, and I don't want to
Thank
take
you.
that from you.
Thank you.
But thank you to the audience more than anything for listening. We're 20 episodes in. That's a lot of content. That's a lot of Kelly and Andrew.
That's a lot of content.
I'm excited for 20 more.
I'm excited for 50 more.
I'm excited for 80 more.
All right. You don't have to upstage me.
I thought you were going to upstage me. But
Oh,
now
I'm excited for 100 more.
All right, you don't have to upstage me, Kelly.
All right.
So thank you everybody for listening. We'll be back again next week. Kelly, after her expedition to a desert yet again,
Yet again.
send your thoughts to Kelly that she may find enlightenment and to
In
maybe also be able to explain the Kingdom Hearts plot to me fully when she returns.
I think that's a real possibility.
I'm excited. This is so exciting. Looking forward to it.
Me as well.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.